Welcome to Culinary Tales videos with Dee Bell and Jane Fitzcostellia Season 2. We'll be serving new videos every week. Ever thought of using used tea bags in a pie recipe? It might sound unusual, but hear us out. Today, we're a unique recipe for a Brussels sprout, beetroot and onion pie. An intriguing mix of earthy Brussels sprouts, sweet beetroot and caramelized onions, enveloped in a flaky homemade pie crust. And the secret ingredient? Used tea bags, which add an unexpected depth into the flavors. Curious to know how it all comes together? Buckle up and prepare for a culinary adventure. After that exciting recipe introduction, we have another thrilling announcement to make. As you know, Jane Fitzcostellia and Dee Bell have been sharing the kitchen for a while now, cooking up culinary delights and pushing the boundaries of flavor. Today, we're excited to announce that we're officially merging our creative culinary forces to become Jane Fitzcostellia and Dee Bell Company. Yes, that's right. We are becoming a team, combining our shared passions for unique recipes and innovative cooking techniques to bring you even more mouth-watering content. With this merge, we promise to continue delivering the same quality of engaging, informative, and delicious content, but with a new, exciting twist. So, let's move forward together on this delightful culinary journey. But for now, let's get back to our intriguing recipe. Our next step involves a fusion of flavors you might not expect. First, let's infuse our vegetables with a dash of tea. Yes, you heard it right, tea. To prepare the tea stock, we'll steep 2 used black tea bags in hot vegetable stock for about 5 to 10 minutes. Be sure to squeeze out any liquid before discarding the tea bags. Next, we'll cook our vegetables. We start by heating olive oil in a pan and sautéing the onions until they begin to caramelize. This process brings out a rich, sweet flavor that will enhance our pie. To this, we add minced garlic, thyme, Brussels sprouts and beetroot, followed by our tea-infused vegetable stock, balsamic vinegar and honey. Stir it all together, cover the pan, and let the magic happen as the vegetables simmer until tender. If the mixture is too liquidy, we can add a touch of flour to thicken it up. And there you have it. With that, our tea-infused filling is ready to steal the show. Now, onto the stage that holds our star performers, the pie crust. The secret to a flaky crust is cold butter and water. Start by combining plain flour and a teaspoon of salt in a large bowl. Add the cold, cubed, unsalted butter and rub it into the flour using your fingertips until the mixture resembles coarse breadcrumbs. Gradually add cold water, 1 tablespoon at a time, until the dough just comes together. Wrap this dough in plastic wrap and let it take a chill break in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius. Roll out the dough on a floured surface to fit your pie dish, reserving some for the top crust. Once lined, pour in the tea-infused vegetable filling. Roll out the remaining dough to cover this flavorful ensemble. Trim and seal the edges and cut a few slits on top to let the steam escape during baking. Want a golden finish? Brush the top with a beaten egg. Our pie is now shaped and ready for the heat of the spotlight, or in this case, the oven. Let's take a brief intermission from our recipe and share a couple of interesting anecdotes from our journey. The first one involves a design flaw in our boat, courtesy of the ever-creative Miss Bell Pun. She somehow managed to design a toilet with no pipes. You can imagine the chaos that unleashed when poor Pole used it. Let's just say it was like an unexpected, unpleasant rain shower for everyone below. The aroma of our cooking was momentarily overtaken by a rather pungent one. And speaking of unexpected surprises, Miss Bell Pun once had another memorable incident. In the hustle and bustle of our pie preparations, she found herself babysitting a random baby. During a soup preparation, she left the baby on the counter for a moment and returned to find a lovely yellow liquid in the pot. Mistaking it for soup, she served it to the crew. The baby's vomit had inadvertently become part of the soup. Let's just say the taste was unique and it was a man overboard situation. But fear not, dear viewers, today's recipe will have none of these surprise ingredients, we promise. Now, let's get back to baking our delightful pie. Before we dive back into the pie making process, let's talk about a crucial life skill that we've developed during our journey, especially after the infamous loo incident. We call it the toilet dance. Now, before you start picturing anything too elegant, let me tell you it's not a waltz or a tango, it's more of a survival dance. Here's how it goes. When you find yourself in a long queue for the toilet, start hopping around on one leg your bum pointed towards the fridge, singing, "I need a wee wee poo poo." We understand this might raise a few eyebrows, but trust us, it's more than just a silly dance. Why, you ask? Well, this dance does three things. Firstly, it keeps you physically active, helping to distract from the urgent need to use the toilet. Secondly, it brings a dash of humour to an otherwise stressful situation, lightening the mood and bringing smiles to everyone's faces. And lastly, it serves as a clear, non-verbal communication to others about your dire need, possibly expediting your turn. So remember, when life gives you a long toilet queue, dance it out. Now let's carry on with our pie. It's showtime! Into the oven our pie goes. Ensuring a temperature of 190 degrees Celsius, we bake it for around 35 to 40 minutes. Patiently we wait as the crust transforms into a golden, crisp shell, encapsulating the rich tea-infused filling. The aroma wafting from the oven is tantalizing, an amalgamation of rustic earthiness and sweet undertones. Once the pie has achieved its desired golden hue, we remove it from the oven. But hold your horses, it's not quite ready to be devoured yet. We allow it to cool slightly, letting the flavours meld together even further. As we cut into the pie, the crisp crust gives way to a vibrant medley of Brussels sprouts, beetroot and onion, all harmoniously tied together by the subtle earthiness imparted by the used tea bags. There we have it, a unique and flavourful Brussels sprout, beetroot and onion pie, with a surprising twist of used tea bags. Bon appetit! Now that we've enjoyed our unique pie, let's dive into a hilarious story from our culinary journey. Picture this, Miss Belle Pun, in her eagerness to create a rustic setting, installed an old-fashioned toilet on our boat. What she didn't account for was the lack of plumbing. That's right, no pipes. The first time poor Pole used it, the entire boat was enveloped in a wrenching smell of feces. The commotion was unforgettable, to say the least, but that wasn't the end of our adventures. Miss Belle Pun, while babysitting a co-worker's toddler, ended up with an unexpected ingredient for her soup. The toddler, not quite used to the boat's rocking, ended up contributing a lovely yellow liquid to our soup pot. Yes, you guessed it right, the baby's vomit. The soup was served to the others before Miss Belle Pun could realise what had happened. The reactions, as you can imagine, were priceless. Some found the soup unusually tangy, others remarked on the unique flavour profile. The truth was revealed much later, leading to a round of laughter and a few green faces. And that's our story, folks. Always expect the unexpected on this culinary journey.